What is up, everybody? Killing Spree 37 here. We're going to be making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in UFC 4. The first things first, guys, pick the color mask that you want. It's in the store. It requires money, in-game money. Just go ahead and get a couple fights, unlock some challenges. You'll be able to get it pretty quick. Right here, I got a white body and I got the tattoo. I was a little quick, guys, because it is a long tutorial. But once you get these simple key things down, the tutorial is actually like 5 to 10 minutes, and it shouldn't take you that long. I picked the tattoo because it had that hint of green that seemed to be the turtle's color, the skin color at least. And I'm rotating it right now and stretching it, so it pretty much covers the entire body, including the arms, the shoulders, the back, the head. And you want to move it around and rotate it and stretch it out as big as possible. That way you get this color just all around the body. I do have a little bit of streaks in the back. I'm going to mess with it later on. But let's go ahead and focus on the shell of the turtle. I use these black shapes because they have a thicker outline. You don't want to use the outline because when it stretches out, it gets really complicated to use and it doesn't look right. You want to hit it with a black circle or a black shape in general to any shapes that you do to make the outline a thicker to your liking. Right here, line it up. Mess with it a little bit, make sure it's straight, and then kind of just cover the shoulders right there and a little bit of the back. I hit it next with an orange circle right there. Let me see, yep. And then you want to lower the transparency of it. What that does is makes it a different color, and that's what you want. You want it to be like a shell color. There you go. Make the outline a little bit different. I'm going to come back to the shell in a little bit with the design of it, but I do want to mess around with a few things. Next is the band around the head, which is a red rectangle. Really simple, guys. Make sure it lines up. You don't want to go over because the eyes are going to be covered in red and it doesn't look good with the mask. So make sure you're just on the edges on the outside. And make sure that it lines up nicely with the mask. That's good enough. See, that's the shape I chose. Miscellaneous. And I added another one on because I didn't like the way that the black streaks were hitting, like I was telling you. So you can kind of mess with it a little bit more. Rotate it. And, stretch it. Add a little bit of finesse to it. And eventually it'll come through as it did for me, and you won't have no other marks besides the green marks, and that's exactly what you want for this type of creation. Rotate it around, stretch it, you'll be there. Don't worry about it, just give it time. Don't be afraid to reset if you have to. Sometimes you overstretched it or, that's a possibility, but boom, right there you go. A perfect green shaped body. Then we're gonna work on the arms, guys. Again, you mastered the body, the arms are going to be a piece of cake because it wraps around quicker. There's less space to cover with the green, and it's quicker just to get that green shade color. I'm going to give you guys a chance to go ahead and get it. There you go. See, the shoulder is a little bit discolored. Just lift up the tattoo a little bit, move it up a little bit, and it should cover up. And what you do to one side, guys, you do to the other for this. That's why I said the tutorial's a little bit longer because I'm doing it to both sides. But once you guys know how to do it on one side, you do it to the other. Boom. It's that simple. Right here, I'm just messing around with it. I'm trying to get rid of certain colors and certain things that I see on the turtle. Not really monumental. Next thing is the feet, guys. You do want to do the same thing with the feet, the same as the arms. It just makes the character overall look appealing, and it adds that turtle color that you want to cover the entire base of the body. You want to adjust it as much as possible. You can use your shorts. You can use used to be able to have ankle bracelets. You don't have them this installment of UFC. But use your shorts as a limit to where you want to go. Right here, I'm going to be focusing on the head shape and face in general. You can choose whichever one you want. This is the one I chose as a base. It's not permanent. You're going to see the face change because I did add the adjustments and stuff that I did for sculpting at the very end because I wasn't pleased with how I was doing it at first, and eventually I got the final product and I put it at the end of the video, guys. But I chose template number 22. Right here, guys, I felt like the green was a little too bright, a little too gimmicky, so I threw on a actual shade of green, a rectangle square, a square that I threw around there. Now what I did was I overlapped it. So what you want to do is go around the body and you'll see the ends of the square come together. And when they come together, guys, just stretch it out all the way till it covers the head and body and just overall in general, any space that you put it on. And you lower the transparency until you get the shade of green that you want. Right there with the arm, you just match it up. Simple as that. Next, we're working on the underbelly, guys. It's really simple. I make it a little bit simple for you guys, but it is just a couple shapes. It would be circles or a square. Right here, you're gonna wanna throw a black outline. Like I said, you usually use a black shape, but this one I threw on a black outline because it was a little bit easier and it wasn't that bad. Next thing is gonna be the belt, guys. Like I said, we're making all 4 Ninja Turtles, 6 if you include the female turtles, the old school blue one, the light blue one, and the yellow one that just came out in the recent comics. For the, the Bantam Strawweight Women's Division, if you guys want to have those, especially for ranked. Like I said, I did a black rectangle and a orange rectangle, and I lowered the transparency to make it that brownish color. We're throwing on the black outline of the middle. And again, we're lowering the transparency of the orange to make it a little bit brown. That's gonna be for the belt, guys. You're gonna add this to simulate the little ropes, the little end of the ropes that's on the belt when you tie it. Hit it with another square. It's real easy, guys. It's just all transparency and black outlines. Nothing really going on here that you haven't done with any other shape. There you go. Get it right. Get it to where you feel comfortable. And they recently added where you can duplicate it and move it and swap it. It's a little bit different. That's what I do. I'm really just moving it underneath the black shape so it's not really on the shape and it doesn't look really weird. You want to have it behind so it looks, unique and looks like an actual belt that's on the character. Next, guys, is the letter. Simple. Like I said, Raphael, R, Michelangelo, M, Donatello, D, Leonardo, L. It's completely up to you, the letter that you use, and the letter font that you want to use. I used R for Raphael. That's who's going to be in the tutorial, but we're really making all 4 turtles. It's just a simple little twist at the end that'll do that. Next thing is the size, guys. I do have a tutorial for Leonardo's back shell. I'm going to be adding it in another video because this one's already long enough. But I got a blade from the miscellaneous part and I put it to the sides. You want to put it underneath the black and orange belt like that until you feel like it's comfortable. Adjust it as you want to see fit. It'll be there, guys. Just move it over a little bit if you want it to be, in the profile. All right, guys, the most tedious part of this character is going to be the shell design, guys. I used hexagon pieces. I'm not sure what the thing is. It's pretty much like an octagon shape. That's what it is. It's an octagon. The octagon shape, guys, I used it. I was going to use these pentagon ones, but I decided not to. I went with the octagon shape because it was going to be more uniform and more complete. I'm going to give you guys a chance and a break from me telling you guys specific details. I'm mainly just doing duplicates and kind of placing them around each other. As you can see here, I'm putting where they fit and they'll stick together like a honeycomb type of design. Really simple. The only thing that was difficult was the lighting that they used to shine on your creative fighter. You really can't see it that much because it's really shiny, But go ahead, guys, give it a try, do it the best you can, and I'll see you soon when this is done.
Voice is getting nearer, heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going, why we gotta feel amplified. Staying to the morning, countless hours spending by your side. You look at me, I'm soaring, seeing all the truth behind your eyes. See you, for a moment even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. See you, for a moment even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer, heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going, why we gotta feel amplified. Staying to the morning, countless hours spending by your side. You look at me, I'm soaring, seeing all the truth behind your eyes.
Right here, guys, I was just looking for the shape to swap because it was going over the belt and overlap. That's all I was doing, guys. Nothing fancy there. Just trying to find the shape. Next thing, guys, like I said, it was supposed to be in the earlier video, or earlier in the video. It was supposed to be I hit the legs with that shaded green to match the stuff, but I didn't do it, obviously. Next is the back, the outline for the headband for Raphael. Like I said, throw a slap a black square on there as the outline. It just makes it thicker and more noticeable. Right here, though, I am noticing that it is a little bit darker because I believe that it's underneath the green square that I put in earlier. So I'm going to adjust it in the video, but there's nothing you guys should really worry about. I'm just going to adjust it real quick here in a little bit. Next thing, guys, you just do the other leg. It should have been done earlier in the video, but I got carried away with a bunch of other things once I got excited and started realizing that it was coming together really well. So just hit the leg, you know, with the green shape as you did to the other limbs and body, and then hit it with the dark square so you could just make the skin color all uniform together and it matches. You don't have to do it. If you like the initial green color, it's totally up to you guys, but this is how I did it. Alrighty, next we're gonna work on like the little excess headband stuff, the knot, and like the little things that just hang out. I don't know exactly what to call it. It's just the excess of the headband that hangs off of them. You hit it with a black circle. Like I said, there you go. I noticed it right there. That's when I adjusted it. You just hit it with a black circle for the outline, and then a red one just to like have it outlined a little bit, add a little bit more detail and finesse to it. Then I use these little shapes right here to have the access of the headband. You can put them however you want. This is how I put them. Black for the outline, red for the actual headband, guys. You can do it one, singular one. You can do it two. I did it with two. You can actually do the whole, you know, the whole actual like skull cap version that he did in the remake live action. It's totally up to you guys. There you go, guys. Starting to look real nice, starting to come out really well. The other one, what I'm going to do pretty much is just bring it underneath the black outline and the underneath the red circle so it looks more nice. There you go. See here. Got to adjust this, guys. I did change the shorts. So some of the tattoos will kind of change because you messed with the body shape or the shorts or whatever you had on previously. Don't be afraid, guys. Just adjust it a little bit and it'll work out on its own. Trying to see if I can make it a little bit bigger, but it looks actually nice the way I had it. Next thing we're going to work on are the wristbands and the elbow pads. Like I said, guys, hit it with a black square, then go around with a orange square, lower the transparency until it's you know, the brownish color, and then you're gonna add a outline on the band. Like I said, wrap it around. That little middle circle, or I'm sorry, that little middle line will completely disappear, and you'll have a nice little outline for that. Hit it with an octagon shape, guys. It's not an octagon. I know it's not. It's some other shape, but I'm gonna call it an octagon. It's something else. I think it's like a hexagon or something. Just hit it with that shape, guys. Hit it with the brown. It's the same thing you're gonna be doing the entire video. Move it underneath both the black and orange shape. There you go, and lower it to the brown till it kind of matches. There you go. That looks pretty nice and unique. We're halfway there, guys. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Same thing with the foot, guys. Add the shape for the outline. Add the orange to it. Add another black outline as like the strap for the back of the knee. And then add an orange one. And then just lower the transparency to have it look brownish. Same thing, guys. You're almost done. I promise you it's going to be worth it when you're kicking people's ass in UFC 4 with a Ninja Turtle. It's going to be one of the best feelings in the world. How do I know, guys? Because I do it almost every day that this game has came out. I've submitted somebody something gnarly. I've done different types of things with these turtles in rank that you would not believe, guys. A video will be coming soon. It's just such a good feeling to have a creation that looks good and kind of complement your skill set because of some of the things they do in the movies. I'm just messing with the colors right here, guys. Nothing fancy, making sure it's all even. Same thing with the arm, guys. We're gonna add the, there you go, the black square just for the little wristbands. Same thing you do with the other side. That's why the tutorial is long, but it's the same thing you do to one side, you do to the other. It's pretty much just copying, pasting. If you could do that, it'd be a lot quicker, guys. Unfortunately, you have to do it. You have to eyeball everything. So don't be afraid if some things come out unmatched, guys. They won't really notice the, you know, small little details that you add into the character. You know, stuff happens. Put it all underneath those shapes. It'll be really easier. Once you put it all underneath the shapes, it's just really easier. The hardest thing to do is match the colors. It's not that difficult, guys. It's really up to you how you want to size them and everything. Pretty much you did all the hard work by getting the green color there in the first place. This part's gonna go by fast, guys, so I recommend that you pause it to look at it. I did it because I didn't want to spend too much time on it. That way you guys can actually pause it. It really helps out to pause rather than going step by step, adding another 5 minutes. This is Raphael, guys, but the only difference between the turtles, guys, is personality and the headband color, which is going to be the rectangle shape that I use. Use blue, use purple, use orange. For the female fighters, like I said, you can use the light blue one right here, and you can use the yellow one, which is the newer female character that they just added into the comics, and you have a straw weight, bantamweight female version of the Ninja Turtles, and you're ready to go in online ranking. Let me know on Twitter, guys, what your turtle looked out, you know, what it looked like. I'm excited to see them, guys. If this helped you in any way, subscribe. Thank you very much. Peace.
The champion of the world, Killing Spree 37!